In the beginning of the story, we see a thief entering a building with a rope. This is a jeweler's building where the world's most expensive crown has been kept. Diabolik, the thief, plans to steal that crown. He can be seen from the window inside the building. There was only one security guard there. Everyone else was wasting time, making his task easier. As soon as he enters the building, he first kills the security guard. Without wasting time, Diabolik opens the safe door. As soon as he opens the door, the security alarm goes off, alerting the rest of the guards. They quickly rush to the safe and try to open the door to check inside. However, the safe door does not open because Diabolik has locked it from the inside. They decide to break the door with a bomb. By the time they succeed in opening the safe, Diabolik has already completed his mission. He escapes by flying away on his paraglider. He lands his paraglider on a car driven by his partner Eva. The two escape with the precious crown. The scene ends, and the next day we see that the jeweler's company, from which Diabolik had stolen the crown, is hosting a launch party for their jewelry. 5 supermodels perform a dance wearing the company's most expensive jewelry. This jewelry is so beautiful that everyone is eager to buy it. Security at the party is tight because Diabolik had already stolen a precious crown, and they feared something similar might happen again. As soon as the supermodels finish their dance performance, the night continues. When the lights go off, a police officer takes the supermodels to a safe room due to security concerns. Once they are in this room, the security guard closes the room's shutter, revealing that it is actually a container, which then transports the models away. The officer who orchestrated this was not a real police officer but Diabolik wearing a police officer's mask. Once again, he succeeds in stealing a lot of jewelry. After this, we see that Diabolik takes the jewelry from all the girls and leaves them on a deserted road. The models then go to a hotel. As soon as they arrive, one of them calls a man named Ginko. She reports that their work was done according to the plan. This reveals a great twist. The entire operation was a police plan to catch Diabolik. All these girls were actually agents, and the jewelry they gave to Diabolik had trackers on it. Using these trackers, Ginko, the police officer who has been pursuing Diabolik for many years, easily locates Diabolik's hideout. Unaware of the police plan, Diabolik reaches a hill and, pressing a button, opens a hidden door in the hill. He and Eva take their truck inside. Once they enter, they unload their stolen goods and start celebrating their victory. With the amount of jewelry they had, they could easily spend the rest of their lives comfortably. Eva suggests taking a long break, but Diabolik refuses and begins discussing their next theft plan. Meanwhile, the police, tracking the GPS, arrive at Diabolik's secret hideout. Upon seeing the hill, they are initially confused. Ginko decides to blow up the hill with a bomb. As soon as they blast the hill, they discover a tunnel leading to Diabolik. Diabolik and Eva, seeing the police through their CCTV cameras, leave their stolen goods and try to escape through a secret passage. When the police arrive, Diabolik and Eva are already gone, but Ginko notices the secret passage they used. He follows them and spots them. As the police close in, Eva's foot gets stuck in a crevice. Diabolik tries to free her foot, but as the police get closer, he abandons her and runs away alone, leaving Eva feeling betrayed. The police witness Diabolik's betrayal, and before they can capture her, Eva jumps into a nearby river to escape. Both Diabolik and Eva manage to evade the police, leaving Ginko very frustrated. Despite his hard work, Diabolik slips through his grasp again. However, the police recover all the stolen goods: jewelry, paintings, and cars worth billions. Among the items, Ginko finds a map of a building in a city, indicating another possible hideout of Diabolik. Ginko and his team go to the building and start searching. Initially, they find nothing, but an officer accidentally touches a lever, revealing a secret passage to the basement. Ginko and his team carefully inspect the place, discovering it to be a lab where Diabolik made his disguises, which he must have used during the theft. Before the police can do anything, Ginko forbids everyone from touching anything. He knows that Diabolik will definitely return before his next theft. After the scene cuts, we see Jinko's fiancée. She is the city's princess and loves Ginko very much, wanting to marry him, but Ginko tells her they can't get married yet. He insists he won't marry until he catches Diabolik. Hearing this, the princess is quiet, but understanding. She tells Ginko, "Okay, I have a party in a few days. I will be wearing a lot of expensive jewelry. I want you to stay with me at the party so that no one can steal that necklace." After the scene cuts, we return to the building where Diabolik kept the machine for making masks. Many police officers are there. Diabolik starts listening to all the police officers by placing a mic. The police officers are changing their shifts, and it is now Officer Roller's turn. As soon as the other police officer leaves, Diabolik opens the basement door. The officer notices Diabolik and starts shooting, but none of the bullets hit Diabolik because a mirror wall separates them. Hearing the gunshots, all the officers rush to the basement. They find their fellow officer unconscious on the ground and realize Diabolik has escaped with the mask-making machine. When Ginko gets the news, he is furious with his officers for letting Diabolik steal the machine right under their noses. The next day, Ginko is summoned by higher authorities. They ask him about his next strategy. While they are discussing, Ginko gets a call from Eva. Eva knows that the police are looking for her as well as Diabolik. She tells the police that Diabolik has betrayed her and she will help them catch him, but she wants something in return. She demands that after Diabolik is caught, all charges against her be dropped and she be safely settled in another country. After making her demands, Eva gives them half an hour to decide and hangs up. The higher authorities like Eva's idea and instruct Ginko to follow through. However, Ginko is not in favor of this plan. He wants to catch both Diabolik and Eva. Thinking it over, he devises a plan with his team. When Eva calls back, he will keep her talking while the team tracks her location to arrest her. The plan seems to be working perfectly. When Eva calls again, Ginko keeps her engaged in conversation. Meanwhile, the police track her location and move to arrest her. But Eva has outsmarted them. She called from a regular phone booth, not a secret location. When the police arrive at the phone booth, they find it empty. Eva has escaped through an underground passage. Back at the police station, an officer notices that a bracelet is missing from the recovered stolen items of Diabolik, the same bracelet with a tracker in it. The officer realizes it must be in Eva's possession. She immediately gives this news to Ginko, meaning they could still trace Eva's location and catch her. Their suspicion was correct. Eva was wearing the bracelet, and by tracking it, they locate her. As soon as Agent Roller reaches her, he points a gun at her. Before he can shoot, Eva attacks him, snatches his gun, and escapes in his car. By the time Ginko arrives at the location, Eva is gone, and he finds Roller lying on the ground. Roller is pleased to have recovered Diabolik's stolen bracelet, but he doesn't realize that the same bracelet is leading them to Eva repeatedly. His oversight jeopardizes his job, and he is barred from field duty. Jinko's plan failed, and because he didn't listen to the authorities, they are very angry with him. They give him a final warning. If he doesn't work with Eva, he will be fired. With no other options, Ginko decides to meet with Eva. He sends a secret message through Eva's newspaper, which prompts Eva to call him, and they arrange to meet in the evening. Eva tells Ginko that Diabolik is desperate to recover his stolen goods. She suggests they spread the word in the underworld and inform the police that all of Diabolik's stolen goods are being moved to a secure location. This will lure Diabolik into attempting to steal them, allowing the police to catch him. Eva's plan involves creating a decoy. They will load a van with heavy security, but without the real stolen goods. This van will serve as a distraction for Diabolik, who will believe it contains the valuable items and will attempt to steal it. They plan to drive the van through a tunnel where Diabolik will be ambushed. Meanwhile, the real goods will be transported in a disguised junk van to another location. Ginko likes the idea, and they begin executing it. They spread the news in the underworld with the help of an undercover agent that the police are moving all the stolen goods to a new location. Ginko then goes to his fiancée to apologize, explaining that he cannot attend the party with her, but will send his best officer to ensure the necklace's security. The day of the operation arrives, and Ginko prepares his team. However, they face a dilemma. Who will drive the van with the real goods? Officer Roller volunteers, wanting to make amends for his past mistakes. He promises to handle the task responsibly. The stolen goods are loaded into a small van, and as soon as they receive the order, they dispatch the decoy truck with heavy security. On the other hand, Roller takes the truck filled with goods on another road. According to the plan, As all the cars were passing through the tunnel door suddenly closed. A figure emerged from the side, and everyone thought it was Diabolik. They started shooting at it, but it turned out to be just a statue of a monk. Meanwhile, the Queen's necklace was also stolen. Roller takes the truck from the highway into the forest, where he meets a woman. They both remove their masks, revealing that the woman is Eva, who has stolen the Queen's necklace, and Officer Roller is actually Diabolik. The scene's flashback, revealing that it was all Diabolik's plan. He had deliberately left Eva behind so the police would think he had betrayed her. When Diabolik went to the basement to steal the mask machine, he had killed the real Officer Roller and made a mask of Roller's face to impersonate him. For days, he roamed among the police without raising any suspicion. Now, Diabolik had regained all his stolen goods, while the police were left empty-handed, not finding Diabolik or any of the stolen items. Additionally, they had lost more than 3 of the Queen's necklaces. Diabolik and Eva, with all their stolen wealth, moved to another country where they decided to live a good life. And this is where the movie ends,